Welcome to Microsoft Excel with EJD. Um, in the this is the second video, in this playlist, talking about Microsoft Excel with EJD. In the last video, we got introduced to the whole idea of Microsoft Excel, knowing that it is a spreadsheet tool, one of the most powerful globally spreadsheet tool made by Microsoft, and it's good for all kinds of things: data entry, uh, uh, calculations, analysis. Uh, uh, Presentations and things like that. So we already saw that. So we saw basic things like the toolbars, the tabs, the rows and columns, and their intersection being the cell where you can impute data. So in this second video, our focus is on formatting essentials in Excel. We already started some formatting in the last video. So, formatting in Excel is essential for improving data readability. So, for instance, by making what we worked with in the last video was this to-do list, right? This is what we created. Okay, I can make it bold, right? So by formatting it, formatting means making some bold, centralizing. Like we centralized this whole serial number thing, and we did selective formatting for priority, the priority, because that shows us the status. Then we centralize our data and all that, so it makes things pretty readable, right? So formatting in Excel is essential for improving data readability, making spreadsheets more professional, and helping users quickly identify key insights. So in this video, we are going to do a kind of comprehensive breakdown of essential formatting technique, including their purposes and practical applications. And to do this, I'm going to use the data set. I mean, this sheet you'd have seen before. We have a monthly budget, uh, Excel sheet like this. So of course, what if you cannot see everything, you just make sure this arrow comes and you click at the top. So the same here. So, and all this. So just to extend so you can see everything. So, I mean, I can even go further. Just like I said the other time, this one has 100 data points because we have a heading. So I can just say Control A. It will highlight everything at once. And then I can centralize everything also. So I have to enable editing, by the way. So, okay. So now that I just enable editing, I have to do it again. So expand, 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 expand. So I can now make sure you are at a cell A1, and then you do Control A, and then you can centralize everything. Okay, now everything is centralized. So that's a part of formatting to make things readable, right? So now so the first thing I want to talk about would be number, date, and text formatting. Number, date, and text. So we have the amount is some number, right? You have We have text here, transaction, and all the categories. And then we have dates here. This is date. So you can see the date is looking pretty long because of the extra things attached, like all the 000 stuff. So talking about number, dates, and text formatting, Excel allows you to control how data appears without altering the actual value, right? So here is how you can format different data types. For instance, if you want to format numbers, say you can format numbers as currency, percentage, decimal, scientific notation. Since what we have here in our own case, the only column that has number is this currency place. So for example, this 315.19, that is money, right? You may want to format it, as currency, because if you look up here now, it's general for now. So but if you click on this, you can see other options. So if you click on this now, it will format it as a currency. So like it has a dollar beside it, if that's what you want. And you can leave it as a number like this. So now automatically it has become currency. So in that case, we may have to highlight everything. Just so highlight everything. That means you click on the first cell and use shift and arrow down. So you press shift and use your arrow down, and then you can just come and say you want everything to be in form of currency. Now that is done. So we know, once you see that, all of that is money. Of course, the dollar here is already told us before that everything is money, but we want to go the extra mile, right? So um yeah. So another thing you can do is, if you undo all of this, right? Another thing you can do is, instead of doing that general, because there are some high level thing you may still have to do beyond what you can see up there. So all you just need to do is now so highlight all that and right click. And when you right click, you come here, you're going to look for format. So you have format cells. And for format cells, you want it to be like currency. So there are more things. Maybe if you want negative value to be in a bracket or to be in a color form and all that, you can choose to do that, So um you can choose to do that depending on what exactly you want. So once you click that, and of course, usually money is in two decimal places. So if it wasn't in two decimal places, you can change it to two decimal places here, and then you just press OK. So you get the same thing done and even more, right? So if, but for any reason, this, let's say I just come and say this 50, okay, let's say this amount now is now negative. So I say this is minus that. If I click, okay, if this is now minus, oh no, 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 no. If this is minus and I just press enter, so you see it's now red. So once you see that red, you know it's negative value, so it's not positive. So that's the idea there. So if I come again and say this is actually negative money, negative amount. So I put minus and press enter. So you see it's negative. So anytime you see red, you know it's negative. If you don't want the minus to show explicitly. So that's one way to format money. So how about date formatting? You can customize how dates are displayed, e.g., 6, 27, 25, and all that. So all we just need to do is come here now. You can see everything is like 1st of January 2025, 2nd of January, and everything. So you can just come here, highlight everything again, right? So when you highlight all of that, of course, you have options. You can just click here and say you want it. Do we have any kind of date here? Okay, you want it to be like short date instead of all this long thing you have. So just click on this. You can see everything is automatically changed to that short date. So you just have 1st of January 2025. Okay, I mean the first number is the month, right? So you have January 1st, American style, January 1st, 2025, January 2nd, 2025. You can also highlight everything. Maybe you also want another format. There are different formats you can have. So you can just right click. Oh, okay. I forgot to expand. Let's try to expand and see if it can be a bit bigger. Okay, I think that's possible. Okay. So now I just want to, okay. So we highlight all of this. So 100 data points. Then instead of here, so what you have access to here is limited. So you can right click now and go to format cells, and then you can find date. So for dates now, so you have different date options, right? You can even have, so to be very clear, even if you even want the day, so you can just click on this, and once you click on that, just say okay. So now it gives you Wednesday, January 1st, 2025. So this is really explicit. So if this is what you really want, you can go for it. Okay. So you can also, I mean, this can be too long for someone. So you can just come back again, highlight everything you want to, just highlight everything. You can also highlight the whole row. The only thing is that to affect everything in that row. I mean, in that column rather. So right click again, then you click on format cells. And once you click on format cells, maybe you want something this simple, 14th March style. So you just have 1st January and so on. So that also works. So now it's shorter, so you can even double click this to, shorten it. So you have 1st January, 2nd January, and so on and so forth. And so everything we have here stops at 10th April, right? Because we have like the first 100 days of the year stops at the 100th day of the year. So from there you can see that the 100th day of the year is 10th April, right? So we have that for 2025, of course. So that's how to format dates. Then for text formatting, you can apply different formats to text, including capitalization, lowercase, uppercase. You can do text wrapping and all that. If you have a very long text, I think I can try to demonstrate that. So imagine here you have text. I mean, for this place now, you have text. So you can highlight everything. Maybe you want everything to be in capital, if that's what you choose. If you don't like the way it is already, so you can just come here and say, okay, this is actually text. So you click on text. Okay, text format cells are treated as text even when a number is in the cell. So you can even make a number into a cell. That means you cannot do calculation with that kind of cell. So here now, maybe you want to do some alignment, you want to change the font, you want to have borders, you want to do some fill. or you want to protect it and things like that. So you can do all of this. You can even lock some stuff. As we continue later, you can, of course, this is currently centralized. You can make it not centralized. You can even make it this way if you want. So it all depends on what you want. So, but centralized looks good, or any other format you like. All right. If you want it in uppercase, of course, where do we come to? This is increase font size. So you can make this font size bigger. Of course, you can change that here already. But I'm trying to look for the uppercase one. So show, okay, no, this is not where we can do uppercase. Um, okay. Yeah, for uppercase, I think there are shortcuts. I don't know if I should go the shortcut. So let's see. If we go for file now, no, we don't get anything there. So how about home? Nothing. There's nothing like uppercase for this yet. Or could it be this? Orientation. No, this is orientation. So I mean, you could change the orientation, right? Like you want, you can have something like this, it's bent like at some degree, and you can do it clockwise, you can rotate it, it all depends on what you want. You can do vertical, so you can have it in this vertical form if that's what you want. You can do rotate text up, you can do whatever, angle clockwise, you know, um format cell alignment, so you can do all this. So, but let me take you back to what it was before. Okay, so this looks good. So for whatever reason, if you need to rotate the text, you can do that. I'm still looking for the capital thing. Okay, you can wrap the text too. So if you have very long text, but you don't want to exceed that cell, I can give an example of that pretty soon. Uh, if once I'm done with this capitalization thing. Okay, well, I think I have no choice than to go ahead and do the capitalization stuff now. Or let me see, is there something with data? Okay, not there. Okay, home is fine. So let me just say, so I just do shift F3, shift F3 on your keyboard should change the font size to capital and all that. So I have shift F3. Okay, that's not doing the job. Okay, let me see. Formulas, now there's data. Okay, this is for arrangement, right? Review, view. Or is it Control Shift F3? Okay, that's not working still. I think I've forgotten that shortcut. Okay. Font size increase, font size decrease. Of course, if you click on this, the font size gets bigger. And then if you now want to do the text wrap thing I said, so if you click this now, you can go for text wrap. So from here now, this is merge and center. That's not what we need. So text wrap is somewhere. Wrap text. Uh, is it not here? Insert. Text wrap, not this. Draw, page layout, formulas, data. Text wrap should be on the home page. It shouldn't it? Looking for text wrap now. Review, view. Text wrap should be on the home page. Okay, let me go back to home. This is where text wrap should really be. Oh, this is text wrap, sorry. Yeah, I saw it before. So you click on this. So that makes sure that though the entertainment is bigger than the cell, but you just want to make sure it's there, even if it is longer than that. So it should just make sure that it remains in that cell. So that's the idea of text wrap. So I can take it back to what it was before when everything was normal. Okay. Um, Control Y can take it back like this. So that's formatting texts. So the uppercase thing, what if I right click? Can we have uppercase here? No, show phonetic field. No, 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 no. This isn't working. So but I know for Microsoft Word, you can change everything in uppercase. I guess I'm not just getting that here right now. Okay, that's fine. Okay. So we have done text wrapping, we have done alignment, formatting cells to show fixed length text like zip codes or phone numbers. Of course, we've done that also. Like when you want your month to be a particular style. Okay, so we can also talk about fonts, colors, and cell styles. Visual elements make your spreadsheet more appealing and understandable. For instance, for fonts, now you can modify the font type, styles, and style, make it bold, italic, underlined to emphasize key data. Of course, uh, so for this whole thing now, for instance, maybe I just want everything to be size 12, and then I want it to be Times New Roman. Times New Roman. Once you start typing, you can, so everything is now in Times New Roman or whatever font you prefer, that works. So, to me, it looks like Times New Roman is a bit more readable than what it was before. So don't forget to save. Just press Control S or click on Auto Save or just click on this diskette. Many people probably don't know what a diskette is back in the days, right? But it's okay. But this just shows you can just save, right? So now I've changed the font size. You can use color. So for your font color, it is useful for categorization or emphasis. So if you want to emphasize, things that are really important, maybe health, you place a particular kind of priority on health. So maybe you just want to highlight everything that has health in it. So this is useful for categorization. Then you can have fill colors, which helps highlight rows and columns, e.g., total rows and everything. Um, I'm trying to see. Okay, maybe as we go on, of course, if you want to highlight the whole amount, maybe amount is really important to you. So you may want to, just highlight the whole thing. Okay, but the colors are also important, right? It all depends on what you want, right? So I think that's really important. Maybe for instance, everything else you just want to highlight that. So you just come, maybe you want it to have yellow color to show that, oh, we don't joke with our health in this place, so to speak. So you want to highlight everything health. But I know there are more advanced ways of doing this. As we proceed, we'll find out how to do all that. So everything health, you want it highlighted, right? So there are more advanced ways, just like I said, right? So use color schemes consistently to avoid visual clutter. So you don't want to use you are using colors strategically so that you can know. Oh, once you see yellow color somewhere, you know it's all about health, right? Or we can even group all of these things together depending on whatever you want. Then of course we talked about borders in the previous video. So these lines you see here, when you print, you won't see them. So if you really want to have lines, you can actually go ahead and use borders. So highlight everything first, then this is where you find borders, right? So if you want bottom border, you have it, but you can use all borders like this now, all borders. Take outside borders, it's just so if you do take outside border, see what it gives you. It just has the border outside of the whole thing, right? So, but then if you want everywhere, every cell demarcated, so you need to use all borders. So you highlight all of this, highlight everything, and then you just come here and click on all borders. So you have everything is well demarcated, clearly distinguished like that. So, okay. So you see, I've not finished highlighting all this whole health thing. So, you may want to finish that up, right? Okay, this is health again. So just highlight. Like I said, there's an advanced way. There'll be an advanced way of doing this. So we'll find out as we move on for sure. So because we're just starting out right now. So yeah, let me just stop with this. Just you can just highlight all the health stuff. All right, so that's about borders. Then you can also do some cell styles, predefined styles for heading, good, bad, neutral values, etc. Then you can found under home cell styles useful for fast formatting consistency across. So for cell styles now. So, um, you can have predefined styles for headings or good or bad neutral values, etc. Then you can find this under home, cell styles. So this is home now. Is any yeah, you have cell styles here. Um, so you have things like this. So bad, good, neutral. It all depends on how you want these things to go, right? So cell styles. Good, neutral. So if you want calculations, check cell, explanatory, blah blah. So you just want different things like this for your cell. So you can do all of this. Okay. So you have cell stars like that. So it is used for fast formatting consistency across sheets. So let's talk about conditional formatting basics. Conditional formatting dynamically changes cell appearance based on rules. So like this whole health thing I just did now, we can definitely do it specially, like it's doing everything at once. So common use, you can highlight cells greater than a value, e.g., every cell that is greater than 1,000 tons red, if that's what you want. Then you can use data bars, color scales, or icon sets to visualize more value magnitudes. Then the application, you can go home and go for conditional formatting. So let's say that under this category, is it under this category now? So go under conditional formatting menu and you have highlight cell rules, top bottom rules, custom formula based rules. So let's go to um automatically shade the expenses over budget in red, right? So we're at home, then we go for conditional formatting. Okay, so I go for conditional formatting, and we want to now do we want to highlight cell rules. So you have cells equal to health. So we have cells equal to health. That's what I said the other time. So cell equals to health. Then you write field, light red field with dark set of red or something like that. So I just say okay. So once that is done, okay, I think that's not applying. Okay, how do we do that? So, under the category now, so we have home conditional formatting, highlight cell rules, or do we have to highlight this? Let me just say, highlight all of this. Okay, so we come for conditional formatting. So we just say, I just want cell rules equal to wherever we have health, HELTH, and then light red field. Yeah, so you see everywhere you have health here, it's highlighted in that light red. So that's why I said the other time, instead of having to do it one after the other, so conditional formatting just automatically takes care of all of these things, right? So maybe you also want to see places where maybe above a particular threshold. So maybe you want to see some spending. You want to see any spending that is above $400. So we can come and highlight the whole of this, right? And then we want to see any spending. So come to conditional formatting. So we highlight cell rules. We say uh cell greater than $400. So we have $400. So and then you want to fill it with yellow filled with dark yellow, light, maybe you just want red border around that if you like. So I just click on this. Then, anything above 400, you see red border around it. Okay, that's not holding yet. Okay, let's do that again. Let's do that again. So, conditional formatting. So, I have highlight cell rules. Then I say, okay, anything greater than $400. So, filled with, say, yeah, green field. Okay. Yeah, so you see, anywhere you have any spending above 400, automatically is shaded in green. So that can actually, so if you have a very large data set, that can actually help you to quickly highlight whatever you need to highlight, in the sheet, right? So that works. So using Format Painter and Clear Format. So Format Painter copies formatting from one cell to another without altering content. So how you select a formatted cell. So like maybe this 400 thing we just did now. So you click the formatted cell, then you click on Format Painter. Where do we have that now? Format Painter, we should have it on on the home page. Format Painter. Can we find that somewhere? I hope this is not covering it though. Format Painter. insert, draw, page layout, looking for format painter. Okay, I think you should be at home still. Format painter. This is clear, right? Yeah, I'm not seeing that now. For, select a formatted cell, click on format painter. Okay, let's say this is a formatted cell now. Now I'm right clicking. There's no format painter here. Um, Formatted cell. Do we have to point at this? Okay, could it be this? Yes. So formatted cell, then this is format painter. So we click on format painter. Once that is done, we click the target cells. So if you now want any other cell you want to have the same thing, maybe we now want, maybe it's not just 400 you want, or maybe we now want anything above 350. So we want that to apply also. So we look around for that. Yeah, I found 380. So you click on that cell also. You click on, so click the target cells, double click to apply formatting to multiple areas. Okay, so do we still have that running there? Okay, if we do this now. So format painter, then I look for anywhere I want it to apply. So I want it to apply on multiple cells. Say, um, click the target cells, right? I think I found 380 the other time. Where is it again? I think it's only one, right? 380. 380. Where is it? Yeah, I found another 391. So double click. Oh, this not apply. Oh, does this not apply? Hmm. Okay, maybe this is not the format here. So copies formatting from one cell to another without altering content. Okay, I guess we get to do that later at where it's really applicable. So then we can beautify a monthly budget table, right? So beautify a monthly budget table. Here's how you can apply formatting skills to enhance. So what did I call this file again? It's monthly budget, right? Yeah. So format numeric values as currency with two decimal places. We've done that already. Format date headers to month and year. Yeah, I've done that. Then bold and center the header row. We've done that already. Use conditional formatting to highlight any actual greater than budgets. So any budget greater than 400, we've highlighted that. Then use borders to clearly separate. We've done that. Apply color themes. We've done something close to that. So green for income, red for spending. Okay, we do have income and spending here. So in another, I guess in the next video, we'll have all of these things. So then apply color themes, e.g. green for income, red for overspending. Okay, we'll do all that. Then use cell format painter to apply consistent formatting across similar rows. Okay, I guess you're done. So by mastering of these formatting essentials, you can transform plain Excel spreadsheets into polished, insightful tools for decision making. So we've been able to do some of these things. So with this, we come to the end of this video once again. So you want to try these things out and see um, how well you can do with them, and you can begin to use them for your own data. And of course, it's such a nice experience. Thank you for listening once again. Let me know how helpful this is for you, and if there's something you'd like me to try out. If you have not subscribed already, please go ahead and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can always get alerted each time a new video is released. um don't forget also to like and share so that more people can have access to this great content I have going on here. On my channel, I now have membership, so you can become a member to get some special privileges, right? So feel free to avail yourself of this opportunity. And don't forget my code sheets. Not no code sheets. My data, my Excel sheets. You can or workbooks rather. You can find them by clicking on the link in the description box, either on Facebook or on YouTube. So till I come your way again, keep doing data right. Bye.